guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, many things to mention, many things to say on Manchester United, but also on more stories from Rodrigo to Barcelona, what happened with Luis Díaz, Nico Williams and all the rest. And then we have to mention many other stories. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, many movements on the market today, always very busy, and today we have to start with Jonathan David official to Juventus, 5-year contract for the Canadian striker. So the Here We Go is confirmed for David, who will be a new striker for Igor Tudor at Juventus. Here we go from the night also for Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker is leaving Manchester City and is going to Burnley, a really surprising move for former AC Milan right back who returned from loan, joined Manchester City team again, but he was always leaving, not part of the plans for Pep Guardiola, and Walker goes to Burnley. £5 million potential total package if Walker will play 70% of the games and if Burnley will stay up in Premier League. So agreement done for Kyle Walker to join Burnley. Many movements also around Arsenal with Takehiro Tomiyasu terminating his contract on mutual agreement with the club. Today many rumors on Madueke. Guys, on Madueke you can find my video from yesterday telling you that Arsenal continue talks with the camp of Non Madueke. Still no bid to Chelsea, but the player is open to the move. That's what I told you yesterday and I can confirm today. On Arsenal, I keep receiving, guys, many questions on the future of Rodrigo Goes and Arsenal. What's going on? Guys, I can confirm the appreciation from Arsenal for Rodrigo. That's very clear. Arsenal love Rodrigo. All people at the club, it's Mikel Arteta, it's the management. But at the moment, there is no concrete negotiation, not even a bid, not even a proposal to the player in terms of contract. Why? Because Rodrigo can be very expensive and because the Rodrigo deal is not starting today. Everything for Rodrigo will be decided after the Club World Cup. Real Madrid will speak to Rodrigo's camp in the next days to clarify the situation. Remember that Rodrigo will leave Real Madrid if he's the player deciding to do so. So if Rodrigo will go to Xabi Alonso, to Real Madrid management and say, I want to go, I want to leave, I want to try something different, well, Rodrigo will have his opportunity to leave. Otherwise, Real Madrid are not desperate to sell Rodrigo. That's a very clear message. But at the moment for Arsenal, it will depend on the price, it will depend on the financial package, and at the moment it's still very early stages. Interest, appreciation, for sure, for a fantastic player like Rodrigo. But at the moment, nothing else to add in that case. Today was a very busy day, guys, for Barcelona. In the past video here on the channel you can find all the details of the Nico Williams saga, what happened for this deal to collapse and for Nico to extend his contract till 2035 with Athletic Bilbao. So you can find every single detail of the story in the other video. But remember, the deal is off and Nico and Barcelona is not gonna happen. For Barcelona, I wanted to confirm once again, guys, because I released the video today, but then the news was everywhere in the hours after that Barcelona want to try again for Luis Díaz. So Barcelona will make an attempt for Luis Díaz. Barcelona want to go strong, want to try, want to make new approach with Liverpool. It's not going to be an easy one because Liverpool already closed the doors to Bayern a few days ago and to Barcelona a few weeks ago. So Liverpool were not that keen on selling Luis Díaz. Now, of course, Barcelona want to try, and so we register this interest from Barca, this intention from Barca to try again. But at the moment, again, nothing else in terms of negotiations, also because Barcelona have just received the message of Nico Williams deal collapsing today, so it will take some time before they will reactivate the other options. Among these options, there is also Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford would be very keen on a move to Barcelona. Marcus Rashford is very open to that opportunity. I always told you since January, and I keep repeating that Rashford would love Barca move, and he's basically waiting for Barca move because he has many opportunities. Today, for Man United, guys, there is something really important to clarify. It's an important day because Matheus Cunha takes the number 10 as new Manchester United player. The number 10 was the shirt number of Marcus Rashford. So Rashford is losing the number 10. He was informed 24 hours before about that, his agents, of course. But let me say, there is not just Marcus Rashford's desire to leave Manchester United. All of this also starts from Manchester United's desire to part ways from Marcus Rashford since January and continuing this summer. So it's not only Rashford who wants to leave United, but there is also United who are pushing the opportunity to sell Marcus Rashford or to find a solution for him this summer. When I say Man United, is the management, is the coach Ruben Amorim. So all parties are going to the same direction for Marcus Rashford to leave. The update of the day about that is that Rashford will not show up for training immediately, but Man United will give him some time to find a solution on the market, and so let's see what happens there. But for sure, the Rashford situation is open again on the market, with the player not being part of Manchester United project, and that's very clear. Similar situation to Alejandro Garnacho. I told you 2 weeks ago, it's over between Garnacho and Man United. Garnacho will go, Garnacho will leave, Garnacho wants to go, and Man United want him to go. So they decided to part ways. I can confirm my information on Alejandro Garnacho. So what I said is now confirmed. Garnacho will not show up for training immediately. Garnacho can stay away from Carrington for the upcoming weeks to find a solution on the market. Let me mention once again, as I already told you, that the priority of Alejandro Garnacho is to stay in Premier League. He would love to continue in Premier League, so let's see what happens there, because Alejandro Garnacho would be very happy to stay in England. There was some interest from Bayer Leverkusen, some interest from Italian clubs too, but Garnacho is basically waiting and giving priority to English clubs. For sure, it's over between him and Man United. So Rashford, so Alejandro Garnacho, Antony also out of the trainings for Manchester United because they want to part ways, Antony and Man United. Betis want to keep Antony, but the salary remains the issue, so let's see how they can find a solution. Jadon Sancho also not part of training sessions at Manchester United. It's over also for him. We know there were links with Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce are not in active talks for Jadon Sancho. From what I'm hearing, there is interest from Juventus, who keep calling Manchester United, but the salary of Jadon Sancho, a huge salary, is still the stumbling block for this negotiation between Juve and Man United for Jadon Sancho. So we will follow also that story for sure. And then, guys, it's important to say that also Tyrell Malacia is out of the project. He will not show up for training. It's over with Man United, and so they will look for a solution also for Malacia, who returned from loan deal from PSV Eindhoven. Also, many questions, guys, on the Victor Osimhen future. At the moment, still no breakthrough in this story, and nothing will happen in the upcoming hours, so it will take some days before we understand the future of Victor Osimhen. At the moment, guys, I keep receiving many questions from Manchester United fans, but at the moment I'm not aware of concrete negotiations between Man United and Napoli for Victor Osimhen. Remember that the player has a release clause, 75 million euros, but at the moment Al Hilal from Saudi and Galatasaray, where the player was on loan last season, keep working on a deal to get Victor Osimhen. Galatasaray are trying, obviously with a different financial proposal compared to the one from Al Hilal. And Al Hilal are also trying, after the no Victor Osimhen for the Club World Cup, they want to try again from Al Hilal. So both clubs in conversations to sign Victor Osimhen. Let's see what's going to happen there, because also Juventus called in the recent weeks for Osimhen, but at the moment Al Hilal and Galatasaray are pushing to make the deal happen. And so, guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories, from Victor Osimhen to Rodrygo, but also all the rest on Manchester United, Rashford and all the others, including Sancho and all the other players, also Alejandro Garnacho, Antony, some big names. Guys, let me know your opinion here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.